What is up guys, welcome back to my channel. Hattie here, and we are back at Elite Fitness in Redditch, which I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, we had this conversation a minute ago. Like, I keep saying that I don't like it here in the kit, but we keep coming back. So, you know, it's like one of those exes that you just can't stay away from, you know? But anyway, we are here to train legs, which I'm looking forward to because I've had a bit of a few days in a little bit of a rut with training. So I've got a planned deload week as of the end of next week. So this is like my last full week of actually like banging out training. So it needs to be a good one. So yes, quad focus today. We're gonna see how things go. I've also been having a few little niggles with my knees. So I've put some Tiger Balm on, top tip, warms up the joints. I also need to get better at taking my support max joint as well. But anyway, that's another story. So I'm gonna see how things go in terms of knee flexion movements and training quads. I'm gonna whack out a little bit of delts at the end as well because I kid you not, the pumps that I'm getting in the minute are just unreal. So excited. Also, kind of giving myself the ick. I did debate about getting changed pre-session, but we kind of got a bit distracted.
Ah, aboit.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not normally like a full fit kind of gym girl. Like I don't normally do it. So the fact that I'm like semi-coordinated, it's not the same brand, but I'm like yellow on yellow on yellow, and it's like even a freaking yellow gym, and it's like black and, you know the song? Black and yellow, black, like that one? It's giving that at the minute. But anyway, I digress. We are gonna get into today's session. I'm very, very excited. So we're gonna try out some new kit, because supposedly they've got some new kit in here. So other than that, let's get into it.
Turn up.
Doing a different style of warm up today, purely just because I want to get nice and warm. I don't want to put too much strain through my knees. Obviously, when you're doing this sort of exercise, you're not driving the weight through your knees. That's not the point. You are focusing on your quads. That is the point of the movement. So normally I will do like a gradual workup to my working sets, and I'll do maybe like 6 to 8 reps, but they'll be a little bit more controlled. Whereas today I've gone more, just bash them out like 10 to 15 reps, 10 to 15, then 8 to 10, and work my way up that way. I don't want to go too heavy. I'm going to focus more on like technique, control, connection, and like just general form, just because like you can never go too far back in terms of taking it back to basics, in my opinion. Like, you can never get it wrong with basics. But yeah, also because of my issues with my knees, this was actually the session that I did do. What day are we today? We are Wednesday? Yeah. So I did this session on Monday, but I kind of had to like pull it a little bit because of my knees. So I'm gonna go back into it and basically do the same session that I did on Monday. So again, because I've literally just done this session 2 days ago, I don't wanna like go too heavy. I'd rather just kind of keep the weight at a good point and go from there. Yeah. Said it before, say it again. These are your best friends if you are like me and you have got fuck all grip strength. I'm not a powerlifter. I don't train for grip strength. I don't need to. If anything, having less grip strength isn't really a bad thing because it means that you're not then relying on your grip. You're relying on the muscles to move the weight. But for this, all I'm doing is literally like holding myself in. I had a debate with someone, not really a debate, but they mentioned that people use D handles on the handles. So a D handle is like you know what you use on the cables? You've literally just got the handle, it's like a little triangle, and they'll like hook them on. So unless you've got really short arms or the handles are like really low, I'm a bit confused as to why you'd want to do that. I mean, each their own. But yeah, this is literally because it will get to the point that the weight that I'm moving is more than what I weigh potentially, or thereabouts. So when I'm like pushing, like naturally you will feel your hips come out of the seat. So these just allow you to literally just lock yourself into place, which is really handy. The other alternative as well is to put a band across you. I used to do that, but I kid you not, like it is effort, like so much effort getting in and out. So we just stick to these little things. If you can get it in.
That's what she said.
Oh, probably could have got a few more reps. However, in my head, the thing that I'm going for is literally control. I don't want to have sloppy reps at the end of it. I could, if I really, really wanted to, put a lot more momentum through the end of those last few reps, but I just didn't want to because one, you lose tension, and also like, again, my knees, I don't want to just fling the weight up. So I'm still kind of like going by my original plan, which is your 2 top sets, or for me, 2 top sets, 2 back off. But I just want a lot more control in my top heavy sets. So yeah, they're feeling good. Another reason why I really, really like doing that variation is you will notice as well that when you are lying all the way back, first off, I had the pad literally like locked in as far back as possible to assist with the range of motion when you're sitting upright. But lying back, you'll get more of a lengthened range. So lengthened being literally here, and then the shortened is when your legs are at the top or when your feet come up. But it literally just gives it a little bit more of a stretch. You've got more of a range of motion when you are lying back, I find anyway. And for a gal with relatively long legs as well, like I'm not sure. I'm 5'7", because I always get asked that question on my Insta and on YouTube. I'm 5'7", if anybody wanted to know. So yeah, I've got kind of long legs, and I find that allowing that extra range of motion really, really helps. Because yeah, got long legs. Nothing really else to say. Shoes are coming off. I always do any squat based movement with no shoes. Ooh, have I got my little socks? Not gonna lie, knees are a little bit tender today. Come on lads, let's go. Sorry, that wasn't meant in like an insulting way. Like, I'm not gonna go over and spot him, but I'm like, let's go. I don't mind this pendulum, but the one that I'm used to is like, it's slightly more slanted, but the foot pad isn't as angled. The one that I normally use is a little bit more horizontal. So like, it just hits differently. It's not a bad thing, but whether or not it's going to be better or worse on my knees, I don't know. We shall see how this set goes. I'm like, on my plan it's going to be cluster sets, so I'm kind of debating, should I just do that and just do more volume? Just thinking, this is the reality of like what most of my sessions look like. I just don't, obviously when I'm not filming, I don't verbalize it, but that's like, it's like the clogs turning in my head. Like this is what happens majority of the time, but give me a little finger. I was like, do I go in, do I not? Because I'm gonna need more than a finger. I'm gonna do it. This is my problem. This is really, honestly, like, this is probably one of those times where I'm like actively telling you don't do what I do, which is, I mean, how's best to say it? So I didn't count how many reps I got then, but they felt good. They did feel good. So I could either stick with the same weight and just do another set that way, or I could try putting the weight up slightly, because I know that I've got like, again, I wasn't counting, I'm pretty sure I got at least 8, I think. I'm pretty sure I did. So the odds of me being able to lift that weight kind of high, like I'm gonna be able to lift it. It's just a matter of how many reps. So this is where I feel that it benefits me personally to build my strength, is I don't do this week on week. I don't progress this way. I will progress by reaching my top set, being like, okay, you know what, let's just try and touch the weight, whether it's this, usually it's heavy compound movements, i.e. leg press, pendulum, some sort of squat. I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna go for a number on reps, I just wanna feel the weight and see how it goes. Because psychologically, I'm like, okay, following week, if I've already lifted heavier, then surely going back to my original top set is gonna feel lighter or easier. It's really hard to explain, but that's how I personally progress, is I'll feel the weight. I won't go and put pressure on how many reps I want or need. The beauty of not logbooking, it doesn't mean I'm trying any less hard, it doesn't mean I'm not pushing myself. I am, obviously. These sort of things as well. I like having a spot, and the only person that could spot me right now is behind the camera, so I've got to spot myself somehow, which I like reaching failure, but I don't like getting stuck at the bottom. It's really annoying. But hey, anyway, enough waffling. I got told off for that last time. They're like, you talk too much, you don't train enough. You know what? You're not with me for my session. So you get what you get on the video. Hate to say it. Might go without the wraps. I normally question it, like leg press as well is another one where I'll tend to use wraps on my heavy set just for protection, but it does help. It feels a lot like nicer. There's less pressure on your knees and your joints, and quite often like I'll take them off on my back off set, more so because I'll tend to on the whole get a lot more reps. So I've done back off sets where I've had upwards of 20 reps, cardio, actual cardio, and it gets to the point that if you've got the wraps on for that long and if they're too tight, it just cuts off circulation and it does not feel nice, and then that then hinders my set and my performance. So yeah, I don't want to rely on them too much as well. I don't want to get to a point where I literally like have no strength in my joints. I don't really fancy going down the route of, you know, a knee replacement at the age of 30. If I can avoid it, I will. So yeah, gonna try a little back off set, see how many sets. Sometimes as well, I'll play around and do like a drop set, triple drop set, and start off, I'll still use my top set, start, and then gradually just drop it off. I dropped it down to a plate, so I'm just gonna see how things go. I haven't counted any reps, so I don't know. I haven't got a clue, so we'll try. single leg press. I really like this because it's the swing squat and it's single leg anyway. You've got the dual one as well, so you can have just one plate, but this obviously isolates it a little bit more, which is nicer. I've not used it here. I've used a brand. I don't know if this is hamstring. Yeah, hamstring. I have used another hammer at a different gym, and it was all right, but this one here obviously has the 2 pins as well, so it's slightly different. And I was literally just having to like work up to what my weight would be. So we're at like the top set. I'm just doing 2 sets. This I really like. Any form of single leg, I really focus on glute connection, only because, as I've said it time and time again, I really struggle to connect with my glutes. So if there's a movement where it could be glute or quad bias, I'm going to actively try and get the glute to connect more and be biased in that movement. Because the likes of, I don't know, extension, like you're only going to be training your quads. So I already know that sort of movement, I'm already getting the most out of my quads. A lot of the time as well, pendulum squat or squat movements is quad focused for me. So single leg movements, whichever variation, if it's like this, if swing squat, the 45 one, the 45 degree, you've got the pivot press as well. They're all for me more glute focused, which really helps. But yeah, 2 sets on this today. And then I've got another single leg movement, so we're either going to do split squats or reverse lunges. We'll see what's available and what we're feeling. But yeah, things are feeling good. But like as many reps as possible kind of thing. So it's my last like leg exercise. Then I'm going to finish off with a little bit of delts, because you can never have too much delts. And honestly, I've been working for I don't know how long. I'm trying to build my upper, and like I can't lie, since adding in assistance, it's made a massive difference. So I'm trying to rinse that. Obviously, I'll give like a bit of a full breakdown after my session, kind of like where we're at, what's going on and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm liking like having fullness to my upper body, because I'm so used to seeing literally just like nothing and so small. So it's pretty crazy to like have some shape and size. It's cool. there we have it, my training session and my physique update at the moment. In terms of updates, so I have got one more week left of training before a planned deload week. So that will be another video in itself, and I'll go more in detail as to why we have got this deload. Normally people take deloads anyway, whether it's a full break from training and cardio, or they'll have like a devolume session. So they won't push as hard, but they'll still train just to kind of keep blood moving. I'm gonna have at least a full week off entirely from training and cardio. But yeah, that will be a separate video because it is something quite exciting. So that will come out at some point soon. But yeah, everything is moving fairly well. Obviously, I'm still in my cycle at the moment in terms of assistance. It's actually my last week from today till next week. So we are Wednesday today, and I started it on a Saturday. So I'm doing 6 weeks total for my first run. And at the end of that 6 weeks, I will come off. So that will lead us to Saturday next week is when I will finish it. And that'll be my first cycle. So I will do another video as well, sit down, kind of like my own experience, how I found it, any side effects, both good and bad, and all of that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, things have been going very, very well. Weight has stalled a little bit, but in terms of physique and visuals, I'm very, very happy with how we're looking. I feel leaner in myself, which is good. My pumps are getting better in the gym with the assistance as well, even though I'm on lower food and carbs. For this last week as well, it's like one last push before my time off. So I've had an increase in cardio and a decrease in food, but I'm absolutely fine. Food focus is low, things are going good. That is pretty much it. So other than that, as always, if you did enjoy, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Keep the channel growing because it means the absolute world. It is so, so nice to see all you guys following along. And as well, if there is anything that you want to see, then make sure to drop it in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. And I will catch you guys at the next one.